Hello. So, I want to start by saying that I am obliterating my ego this week. I haven't shared a whole lot about what's happening in my world, a little bit, but I wanted to pop on and just tune you into what's happening in my world and why it's happening. So the last year or so of my life, I have been diving really, really deep into healing feminine wounds in my life and stepping outside of the box of what other people tell me I should be, of what other people tell me I should look like, of how people tell me I should be running my fucking business. And I have been on a little bit of a soul-searching journey to really understand, what is it that I deeply desire? What is it that would bring me so much pleasure in this life? What is it that would turn me the fuck on in my every single day? And how can I bring more of that into my experience? So as I've been moving through this, I have eliminated some narcissistic human beings from my life. I have eliminated friendships that are not supporting me. I have eliminated habits that are not helping me step inside this experience of me, that don't honor me, that don't honor my worth, that don't honor what I deserve. And I've been cutting them out. And along this journey, I have gotten to dive deep into some of these parts of myself, these parts of my feminine that have been feeling very wounded. And in that journey, there's been a lot of healing that I have opted into, specifically around my mother. And as I've dove in deeper into healing some of these wounds, creating this understanding, connecting with the understanding of what it is that I really desire and what it is that I really want, I've started to move towards this experience that I'm actually having in my everyday life right now. And this week is a really, really big week for me. It's a big week for a whole number of reasons. One, because I am opening my community space. So one of those things that I've really deeply desired has been to find a home that I love, that I feel grounded in, and start to cultivate community within the space. I've had the desire to host more in-person workshops, specifically women's circles. I've had the desire to start offering retreats. I have had the desire to create this place where women and others as well, where all people can connect, can dive deeper into their healing, can dive deeper into connection, and can work together to create a life that feels really good, where they can start to heal these parts of themselves that are actually preventing them from stepping into expansion. And on this journey, I've gotten to heal some of my wounds with the masculine. And so this week has been, thus far, a beautiful week. And I'm stepping into a lot this week. My community home opens Thursday. I'm hosting my first ever women's group, women's circle here in the house. I get to have some amazing women join, including my mother, who is coming in to visit me. Me and my mom have been diving slowly into healing our relationship. And there's parts of that that are related to some of these areas of the wounded feminine that I've been carrying with me for a long time. And while my mom's here, as I mentioned, she's sitting in a women's circle, she's also sitting in a plant medicine ceremony with me. And so, on top of all of this, I get to go and tour tomorrow this beautiful venue that I'm going to be hosting with my bestie Lily, our first women's retreat here in Colorado. And so this week I'm moving through all these things, and it's been really beautiful. There's a little anxiety that I'm feeling because I'm stepping into something new. I'm creating something completely new. It's almost like I'm crossing this bridge of my old self into this new version of myself, this empowered version where I'm leading with the goddess within me, where I am honoring my worth, where I'm honoring and trusting myself every step of the way, tuning in and asking, like, what is it that I really desire? What is it that I really want? Not what other people want from me. What do I want? And so, yeah, this week feels like a lot. And it's beautiful. A lot gets to be beautiful. Because when you have these feelings come up that might come with anxiousness, that might come with fear, that might come with discomfort, it's usually a sign that you're stepping into something new and something different. And your brain does not find safety in the new things right away. You've got to try things and repeat things to find safety in them. And what I've found is that when you know yourself so well, when you know how to support yourself, when you know how to show up for yourself, when you know how to trust yourself, when you know how to honor your worth, even though things can be hard, it still comes with ease because you know that you're following your path, not somebody else's path. And I'm really grateful for all these things that are happening this week because it's showing me that I am stepping into something completely different in my life. It's showing me that I have the tools to support myself and my mother as we navigate living together for a week in my home. I get to introduce her to my space, show her the things that bring me joy. And I get to opt into healing some of these things that her and my grandmother really never had the opportunity to do. And yeah, it feels scary. It feels foreign, it feels scary, and it also feels so freaking exciting. And so, yeah, just wanting to share with you today how I am moving through this process with compassion, recognizing that things are new, in the fear, and recognizing that that fear is simply attempting to keep me safe. Now, I have the option to say, oh, I'm not doing this, to back out and to be like, oh, that feels scary, I'm not going to do it. Or I have the option to look at it and say, that's new. This is actually what I'm feeling called to. It feels scary, and I'm going to lean in. And what happens when you lean into the things that feel scary is that you expand your capacity. You walk the edge. And you find things in that light you up, that bring you joy, that bring you pleasure and passion and fuel your desires. And so many people, so many of my clients, that fear tends to hold them back. They're like, oh, it feels scary. Oh, it feels uncomfortable. So I'm just going to stay comfortable and maybe not do it. Well, we don't grow and we don't heal these deeper wounds when we lean away. And so this week I literally feel like I'm standing in the wind, obliterating my ego, because my ego is like, run and hide, don't do it, this is a lot. And my higher self is like, and you got this, girl. And this is what you desire. This is what you want. This is your path. This feels good for you, even though it's scary. And so I want to invite you today to lean into the scary things, to lean into the uncomfort, the discomfort, that uncomfortable zone, because it's in that space that you get to create a life that feels really, really fucking good for you. It's in that space where you get to find yourself and be with yourself and fall so in love with yourself that the world around you starts to reflect that, which is within you. And I feel really honored to be in this space. I feel really grateful that I have collected the tools along my journey over the last 5 to 10 years that have allowed me to be here, where I'm sitting in this beautiful backyard, where I have incredible roommates. We're looking for one more woman to join the home here in Colorado, where every single day feels like a celebration. Like, my friends are incredible, my communities are incredible, the opportunities that are being handed to me are incredible. My connections with men have been incredible in dating. Like, to be met by the masculine in all of my worth has been like, oh shit, This is what happens when you heal your feminine wounds. I'm so excited to start creating this incredible retreat for women. It's going to be in the fall. And I would not have gotten here, I would not be here if I didn't lean into the discomfort. If I didn't look at the fear and say, yes, I see you, I hear you, I'm with you, and I got this. I tend to throw myself in the deep end more often than not. I tend to send it because I know that when I send it, I'm going to learn so much about myself. And I'm going to step more into my power. And that's what I'm here to do in this world, is I'm here to help women find that fire within them, to light them up, to turn them on, and to send them back out into the world to create the change. Because when women start leading themselves powerfully with all of their worth, with all of the creation within their being, they can literally lead as an example for everyone else around them to follow. And trust me when I say that people are looking up to you. You might not know who they are, but people are watching. And you give permission to others by the way that you lead yourself. And so in a world where women are embodying their power, are seeing themselves as the goddess that they are, in a world where women trust themselves, in a world where women love themselves, in a world where women honor the hell out of their worth and lead life in a way that allows them to be with their desires and their pleasures and their turn-ons, so much is possible. And that's what I'm here to do. A lot of my work has shifted into focusing on women and helping women step into this power. Honor the goddess within them. Because I'm such a deep believer that women can change the world when they embody the change within themselves. So, wanted to just share a little bit with you about the journey that I'm on right now and the healing that is happening for me this week, and that it didn't happen overnight. And my world is just budding. Like all these flowers are blooming because I have grounded my roots so strongly in the ground and become so unshakable in my ability to show up for me as me that I cannot be destroyed, that I am unshakable, that I am being nurtured by the ground below me and allowing my world to expand above me. So if you're like, I'm ready to step into my confident feminine power, if you're ready to honor your worth, if you're ready to trust yourself, if you're ready to step forward in your most authentic version of you, then I want to invite you into this beautiful experience called the Empowered Goddess. And this is a 3-month journey that starts for women at the end of July. And this is going to be a immersive experience for women to come home to themselves, to stand in their power, to honor their worth, to trust themselves, to find their voice, and to start standing in their power so that they can create a life, they can create the relationships, so that they can create the career, step into business, find the lovers that they so deeply desire, to create this life where they are thriving. And they get to heal in sisterhood, which is like the most beautiful and yummy experience. Hence me transitioning this home into a community living space for women. So much magic happens when women come together. So much magic happens when women rise in their power and help their sisters rise higher. And I'm here to create a culture where women are not judgmental, where women are not jealous, because they recognize that through the eyes of another, they get to more deeply come to see themselves. And through that, I'm here to create a community of women that are helping each other rise higher and thrive more. So if you're interested and you're curious, you want to learn more, you can drop a little comment in the section below, or you can reach out to me, send me a message. I'd love to chat more with you about it. If you're like, I want an in-person experience, then stay tuned because we have a yummy retreat coming for you this fall. I'm honored to be on this journey, grateful to be on this path, and so grateful that through healing myself and helping myself rise higher into my feminine power, I get to help other women do the same. So I hope that you choose today to lean into something uncomfortable. I hope that you choose today to look that voice of fear in the eyes, to see that voice, to hear that fear, and to step forward confidently, speaking to that voice of fear and saying, I hear you, I see you, and you're okay. I got me. I got you. We're in this together. You get to create the life that you desire. You get to create a life that feels good. You get to have the relationships that feel good. You get to have the friendships that feel good. You get to have a business and career that feels good. You get to have a life that you fucking love. And that happens when you come home to yourself, and that happens when you step into your power. When you stand in your confidence, when you become unshakable, knowing that no matter what happens in life, you've got yourself. And you know how to follow your yes, how to follow your no, how to set your boundaries and create a world that you love. So that you can impact, I should say, create a life that you love so you can impact the world around you to do the same. So I'm going to go prepare for a client and for a free yoga session that I'm offering tonight, which makes me super uncomfortable, and I'm leaning into it because practice is what gets you there. So I am sending you so much love today, and I hope that you have the most beautiful rest of your day.